Hello, my name is Raya Rose. I am a healer, hypnotherapist, and a visibility and self-trust coach. The purpose of this video is to share my visibility story, where I was before, where I am now, and how I got to where I am. It wasn't easy. There was a lot of challenges that came up for me. I just wanted to share my story so that I can inspire people who know that they're meant to be seen, but have a block or a fear around being seen online. And today I'm presenting somewhat of a casual, chill vibe in a t-shirt and wet hair, but I wanted to show up authentically. I wanted to reach the depths of myself that are vulnerable and that are raw and that are authentic, because I want to be as authentic as I can on camera so that the people who resonate with this message can hear it and receive it, and hopefully it helps you out. So I'll start with my social media and where I am today. Today, I can go out and film and shoot, and I have 20,000 plus followers on Instagram. Making content now feels a lot more natural and a lot more easy. Ideas flow to me. I can kind of just channel on my phone, and I understand the editing process, and I just understand like how to piece together a video with hook, authority, story, and CTA. But it wasn't always that easy for me. And I really want to make the main point of this video about the before, because I think that a lot of people online, influencers, teachers, guides, people that we look up to, people that I look up to, I think that a lot of people tell you, here are hooks, this is what to post, this is how to post, this is what's trending, da 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 da. There's a lot of like, this is how to make a business. But I think that there's a gap in the social media market, and I think that the gap is what comes prior to feeling safe on camera. Because there is work, not for everybody, obviously not for everybody, but for some people like myself, and maybe for you too, there is some amount of shadow work that needs to be done prior to getting on camera. Or it can also be done along the way, but there's shadow work that needs to be done, nervous system resetting that needs to be done, teaching your body how to feel safe while filming, and also rewiring limiting beliefs around judgment, around being seen, etc. So I'm going to share my story. So my social media story is that my higher self and my guides had nudged me for a very long time, years, throughout even when I was a teenager. Because I remember the little hints like, hey, YouTube, and I thought about it and I didn't do it back then in 2007. And then my guides were really pushing me again in 2020 during the TikTok era. And I couldn't get myself to do it. I just couldn't get myself to do it. At that time, I had just walked away from an extremely psychologically abusive relationship. That's a story for another time. But I couldn't get myself to do it. I don't know. I think I just didn't feel safe enough. I couldn't even like fathom the idea. I had no idea what I would talk about. I didn't do it. And then the following years, I would post for some time, maybe like 3 to 6 months. But there was times when I was promoting a product or something that didn't feel super aligned, or it just didn't fully resonate with me. And I would also be influenced by the different people I was dating, and they would like push me in a certain direction, but it didn't feel fully organic to me or fully authentic to me. But then I would be like, well, maybe they know better. And then I would do that for like a number of months, but then it would just fall away because it wasn't authentic. I wasn't being authentic to myself. And so it would happen time and time again where I would have a sprint and stop, have a sprint and stop, and have a sprint and stop online. And it wasn't until a year ago that I finally became consistent with posting on the internet. And there's a quote that really stuck with me. And the quote was, "If you post every day for a year, you will never have to work another day in your life." And obviously they mean like a regular job. I was so inspired by that. And I thought to myself, I can see that for myself. I can see that, like, I can see myself having a personal brand. I could see myself inspiring people with my stories. I can see myself sharing my heart and resonating with people who I can help. Maybe I have a lesson I've already learned and somebody on the internet doesn't have to learn it the hard way I did. And so to continue the story, what was different this time around a year ago was me and an ex-partner of mine got together. We had been friends for like 4 years prior, and we were just going for it, and we had nothing to lose. And so we were posting every day, and we would do all the editing. We would post so much that we would even get kicked off of Instagram. It was like actually ridiculous. And we would also study strategies. And there was nobody helping us. There was no one teaching us. And at the time, we both didn't have regular jobs. I was doing healing on the side. But it was really humble beginnings. It was really humble. So he was pushing me to post, and that's what initially inspired me to really go for it again. I will say that during the process, my partner, to me, was really harsh about it. So I have learned like what not to do and what to do with helping somebody. Because with helping people, I feel like you need to have so much patience and so much grace and so much understanding. And I feel like you need to give people a breadcrumb and see if they accept it. And if they accept it, then you give the next one a little bit more. And it's like, I think that if somebody forces someone else to do something, there can be a lot of resistance. Because my ex-partner at the time, obviously he didn't like actually force me, but it was like verbally like really pushed, like to the point where I would cry all the fucking time. And it was extremely hard for me, and the pressure was immense, and I would break down like all the fucking time. Do I appreciate that he pushed me? Yes. Do I appreciate the way he did it? No. But I learned from that. I learned how I would help guide someone else. Obviously I do things in my own way. The reason why I share this is because us doing this together, well, 3 weeks into us getting together, he went viral and our lives changed. And I continued to post every single day for the first 3 months. I felt so cringy, like super, so cringy. Like, I really hated it so much. Like with every bone in my body. I really didn't like it. I didn't like that it felt like there had to be certain things that you say and in a certain way, and then hooks and CTAs, the way that it was so structured. And someone like me, like in human design, I have an undefined throat chakra. Like I feel my speech is very spontaneous. I feel like I'm just grabbing ideas from the ethers. I find that scripts, I don't know. Sometimes it's fun. Like I can do theater and have a good time, but I found it extremely challenging. And I would cry all the time. I would cry before filming and during filming and after filming, and it was just tremendously difficult to get into the habit and into the swing of things and to actually enjoy it and enjoy the process. So that was the first 3 months. Super cringe 3 months. And then after 3 months, I would say that I feel like I stopped caring as much about what it felt like, or I think that it's more that I think that it just didn't feel as bad or as awkward. I think that's what happened. It like kind of slowly stopped affecting my body as much. But there was other things going on behind the scenes too. Some shadow work that I'll share with you. So I'm a hypnotherapist, as I shared earlier, and I do past life regression is something that I'm certified in. I'm certified in QHHT, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique by Dolores Cannon. You can look it up. Through QHHT and through knowing my past lives, I'm aware that I have what is famously coined as the witch wound. For people on Earth who have the witch wound, it just means that you were deleted off the Earth game as a witch. I can confirm that I have at least one of these lives, and I am sure that there's more than one, but a lot of us have that. The witch wound ending from planet Earth. And so I found that for me, the way that that deeply affected me and the way that it felt to show up online was I felt deeply unsafe in my body, deeply unsafe. To me at the time, I thought that posting would end me. I thought that maybe I would get deleted off of this one too. You know what I mean? Because there's cellular memory. And cellular memory is that your cells and your body remembers the things that we've been through in other lives. That's the way that it would feel in my body. In my body, when I was going to post, going to film, or hitting post, I was feeling like somebody was gonna come for me, right? And you can see the correlation because I have these, Earth game deletions. And what was I deleted off the Earth game for? It was for knowledge and power and wisdom. That's what witches had. Witches had knowledge and power and wisdom. And so I felt and know that that was affecting me, deeply affecting me. And especially when it came to posting online and being visible online. And then there's this other part too. I'm gonna pause the story there and just insert another part of the story. That months prior to this situation, I went to a festival. I was by a river and I started channeling my guides, my council. And if you're not aware or don't know what the council is, every soul on Earth has a council of guides in the ethers. And so my council of guides, my council, came through. They sat me down. I'm gonna cry. Oh my God. I've never in my life experienced this before, where the council had a meeting with me, and they were so serious, and it was just something that I will never forget. And what they said was, they said, feel the fear and do it anyways. And it was in regards to putting myself on the internet. Just the messages were so clear and so strong. And they had been urging me, like I told you, for years, and through psychics and through different people, different people and psychics would channel, you're supposed to be known, you got to put yourself out there, you got to post. And I had this visibility block. But I'll tell you what the way it feels, and maybe this resonates with you. What I think is that, we talk about how this lifetime is the golden ticket lifetime. And we're born in the digital age with the internet. And I remember one of my exes pushing me to post online, and at the time I was like no. And that's not to say I never posted, but I'm talking about consistently and every day. Of course, here and there felt safer and something you could hide behind and say, I am posting. once a month or once a season. But anyway, so this one particular ex, I remember him like telling me the entire time we were together, he told me to post because I would tell him the most woo shit he's ever heard in his life. Some of it. He was also very open-minded and like, and he would tell me like, you need to post like all the crazy things you say, like all the super woo things you say. You need to post all the woo things you say online. But anyways, I didn't at the time. His wantingness was very, very strong, and when somebody wants you to do something that's so strong, the energy cord is really tight. And what happens is that like when you release the energy cord, it actually gives the energetic cord space to breathe, and then that's when the thing happens or when the person does it. So it was after we broke up that I started posting online. But I'm sharing that in case there's somebody in your life who really wants you to put yourself out there and you have so much resistance, is because, like I said, a lot of times when someone really, 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 really wants us to do something, it's like the energy cord is just like this, like so tight, and the energy like just can't move. And then you'll notice like when they finally give up, when they finally stop talking about it, and when they finally like, I don't know, exit our lives or shut up or whatever, then, you know, months go by and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that thing now, you know? So, circling back, this one particular ex at this time said, why would we have been born in this day and age if we were not meant to utilize it? Why would we be born during this insane time with the internet and social media? It doesn't make sense not to use it, right? And so if you feel like Spirit's been pushing you for a long time, if you feel like you get dreams about this, if you meditate and you get like visions and feelings and you hear things and Spirit is like, post, reach out, put yourself out there, be visible, like, and I meet people all the time, like I share my story about how I'm now a visibility coach helping other people. People will tell me, I have this fire inside me, but there's blocks and I can't get to the other side. And I'm like, I know, I've been there. Now going back to where I was in the story, during this 3 months of cringe and hating it, and I'm not saying that you're gonna hate it for 3 months. I think everybody's cringe era is different. You just gotta like not judge yourself, and you just gotta trust the process. You've gotta trust that you're gonna find your words, that you're gonna find what to say, that you're gonna find what to talk about. Because I didn't know what to talk about. I have so much knowledge and wisdom inside me, but it's like, what's the starting point, you know? But if you don't know what to talk about, just start talking about anything. Just share like something you learned that day. Share something you learned that week. Share a story that popped up. Share something funny that happened over the weekend. Just start sharing. Just start talking on camera and just start hitting post. And hit post, and honestly, I think another part is don't look at it after you post it. Well, I understand analytics are, okay, important. But I think that when you release, oh my God, are people commenting? Oh my God, are people watching? Oh my God, did anybody watch it? I think you've got to like detach from that. If I were just starting over, I wouldn't be constantly checking, oh my gosh, how many people watched my videos or whatever. Like I wouldn't be looking at that. I would just be posting only. And then it's the most magical thing when you forget about the views and then you find out, oh, holy shit, I had a video get over 300,000 views. Oh, damn. And then getting like thousands and thousands of followers and that rush of energy. So I think just posting and not necessarily checking, but just letting them go without judgment. So another thing that helped me during this time for my particular case, maybe you have a different belief, maybe you have a different block, maybe you have a different scenario. Some people are afraid of judgment by strangers, some people are afraid of judgment by people that they know. And what I tell those people is I say, okay, well, think about celebrities are people that they know watching what they're doing and aware? Probably. Do they care? Probably not, you know? But I understand that doesn't mean that the emotions around it are not valid. Like, of course, the emotions are valid. We're not trying to say that the experience is invalid. What we're saying is that the beliefs can be rewired, the beliefs can be changed, and the nervous system can be reset and worked through. Because a lot of it is nervous system and feeling safe. I'm going to share with you one of the nervous system practices that I did when I was posting. And my particular visibility block was fear of getting deleted off the Earth game again due to past lives. So that's very specific. Either way, whether you have that very specific visibility block or not, a lot of us have blocks for different reasons. And a lot of us do have the witch wound too. So, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female because we've all been both. So there's that too. But I do truly believe that visibility blocks can be worked through and worked on. And I think that you do that through shadow work, you do that through healing, you do that through patience, you do that through grace, you do it through consistency, you do it through being relentless about posting and being messy about posting and allowing yourself to just simply learn along the way without criticizing yourself too soon and without judging yourself too soon. Because it takes time. I counted my videos and it took me 100 videos on trial reels, filmed, edited, posted, before my first trial reel went viral. And that was the last day of the year last year. 100 videos, it took 100 videos. But the 100th video changed so much for me. The 100th video gave me 10K online. The 100th video took me from 2,000 followers to 20,000 followers and landed me brand deals, clients, coaching containers that I now host. It took 100 videos. But if I had given up at video 99, then this wouldn't have happened for me. So when you're at video 99 and you don't know that the next one is going to be the one, you just got to do it. And you just got to do it. Let go of the views, let go of the comments. Like, I wouldn't even check it unless if you have to for analytics. Release it and let it do its thing. Just keep pumping them out because it only takes one video to change your life. And that's insane. But it is something that is true in our day and age. So the nervous system practice that I would use when I was overcoming my visibility block was EFT. And if you don't know, EFT is when you're tapping on certain areas of the body. I'm not going to do it right now, but if you guys want to see it or if you guys want to have a video just for that, comment down below in the comments and I can make a video about that particular practice and what I said and what I did. But essentially I would do EFT tapping when you're like tapping in certain areas of your body. I would tell myself and I would remind myself that what happened in past lives was not going to happen in this lifetime. And I would remind my body that my body was safe and that this was a new life, that was not going to happen, that my body was safe, that those particular endings from those past lives were not going to happen in this life, that this was a different life. So I had to do that and reframe my mind so that I could basically like detach from these cellular memories and detach from these past life memories and realize like this is a whole different story, this is a whole different lifetime. This is a whole different lifetime. It's not going to happen in this life. And so doing that, tapping on my body, it helped me to calm down, helped me to say, okay, it's not this life, it's not this life. Like this one is a different ending. This one gets to be different. And that's what gave me the safety in my body to post. So nervous system practices, while you're posting on your journey, you're going through these blocks, you're posting while these blocks are coming up, and you are actively working to reframe your subconscious mind, you're actively working to tell your nervous system that you're safe, and you're working to rewire the beliefs around that so that you can be visible. I hope that this video resonated with you today. It really, really, really came from my heart. And what I shared today was so vulnerable and so open and so raw and so honest. I wanted to come here and just sit here and chat as if I'm talking to a friend. I wanted it to feel really casual, which is why I have wet hair and a t-shirt. Because I wanted to be able to have no filter, and I wanted to be able to I wanted to talk to you super authentically. Just know that if my words resonated with you, I believe in you. You're on the right path. Just keep going. Don't give up. Because what you want is on the other side of fear. And I also want you to know that I am here for you. Please leave a comment down below in the comment section if this video helped you out today. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, for those of you who are looking for a little more personalized guidance and accountability. I'm offering a free visibility breakthrough call. Just click the link in the comments or in the bio. Much love.